Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hidden Brick, where today we're doing part 1 of the build of the Lego Batman movie, the Batwing. Set number 70916, 1,053 pieces. So this is a bigger set from the Lego Batman movie, I guess series of Lego sets. I did get this on Amazon. It was about 30% off when I ordered it. A few weeks after I ordered it, I've noticed it's been going on for 50% off and on, but I'm not really going to buy any more. But it's kind of the way I buy my Lego sets, is once they go on sale, I typically buy them if it's one that I've been wanting. So I'm trying to collect all of the Lego Batman movie sets, so this is obviously one that I had to pick up, especially since it was on sale. So we're going to dump out our contents here. Let's see what we have. I see bag 1 because it has our famous little brick separator in there. We have a bag that has the instruction book and the sticker sheet in there. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can open this up without damaging anything too much. And I thought that was going to happen. Where's my blade at? They make a lot of the packaging pretty easy to open, but sometimes these little bags that have the instruction book can be a little tricky. So it's a pretty big sticker sheet with a lot of stickers on it. So nothing really uncommon there. And then let me go ahead and sort all of our other numbered bags. So we have 6, 7, there's bag 8. Don't know how many total bags there are. Okay, it looks like it goes to bag 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, so we'll go ahead and open bag 1. Bag 1 seems to have a smaller amount of parts in it compared to some of the bags. Although with 9 bags and 1,053 parts, if you do the math, it only comes out to be a little over 110 pieces per bag on average. So it sounds like the each bag experience is not going to be that bad. So we have this little box that has some capes in it. Obviously have Batman's and Robin's. So I'm going to move brick separator off to the side. Hopefully we won't need it. But our first minifigure is kind of the standard Lego Batman movie minifigure. What makes him different from a lot of the other previous Batmans is the fact that he's got the physical belt versus over the past however many years they've been making Batmans in Lego, it's always been a printed utility belt. But other than that, pretty standard Lego Batman figure. He does have the double printed face, although with the mask you really don't see much of anything except for the mouth. The next figure is Harley Quinn. She has the ballerina piece, and this actually does go a certain way. You have to alternate the black and red. Move her hands up like this. She also has a double printed face. I'm going to do the big, kind of a evil smile. And of course the hairpiece. Super cool. So she has a big kind of hammer mallet type weapon we're going to put together right now, which includes this pretty cool printed 2x2 round brick that has the Technic holes in the side. So in those holes, we're going to put one of these Technic pins. And this white bar with a stop, and then this little bullseye type printed tile. She holds on to that. That's her big mallet. So what is she doing with this mallet? I'm glad you asked. She has this little weapon that we're gonna make. Oh, and you know what I forgot to do on Batman? Let's put his cape on. I'm sure someone was yelling at the camera, at the screen a couple minutes ago when I forgot that. It was inadvertent. We got it taken care of right now. That's the cloth version of the cape. It's my favorite version of capes. Whereas Robin's, this one is the kind of the stiff vinyl cape, which I don't really care for those very much. But they are what they are. We just kind of have to go with it. All right, so this is beginning Harley Quinn's little accessory weapon. Some plates. We have a Technic friction pin. We're gonna continue her black and red color scheme with the alternating slopes. We have a plate with Technic pins on it that we're gonna put these red wheels on. Two of those Technic bricks and a red axle go in there. Two brackets. Now a jumper tile with a double wide baby bow shape. Stuff slipping out of your hand. You know how it goes when you build Lego. Alright, that. Have a little lever. Another jumper tile. Clip. And this little kind of a hand crank type piece. Alright, so what's next? We take this pulley wheel, put two of those on. You have to make sure that those holes line up, because if you do rotate it 90 degrees, you can see the holes actually don't line up. So make sure those are lined up, and it's critical because we're gonna put these Technic pins inside those holes. And if they're not lined up, it actually won't go all the way in there. So it actually is very critical that they line up. So we're all good now. Come on. All right. So with those on, we take these axle joiners, alternate the color, and we're gonna snap this on right there. See, it's making this little rotating gun type piece. So next up we have our stud launcher gun. Put that in, we put a axle all the way through, and then we're gonna do two more of these pulley wheels just like we did on the other side. piece on. That goes there. So with that put together just like that, we're gonna put our red studs in here. And that more or less is our weapon. So I don't quite understand what her mallet has to do with it. I did forget one plate that goes on there. But it shows in the, or at least on the picture on the box, that she's kind of banging on this. So who knows, maybe with its upward position, she bangs on it down. I don't know. But to actually launch the studs, all you do is turn this piece. And you can see as you turn it, zoom out a bit, you can see that they shoot out. There's that little notch on the gray piece. You can see when it turns, it actually pushes out each one of the studs. So that's how that works. And they do give you, looks like 7 extra red studs for extra ammo, because you will more than likely lose those if you actively play with it by shooting those studs around. All right, so that completes bag number 1. So let's go ahead and jump into our second bag of parts right now. Second bag, there it is. So I was looking at the pictures on the box before I started recording this video, and I was kind of intrigued with what appeared to be quite a few functions in the set. Just from looking at the model on the front of the box, it doesn't appear to have a lot of moving parts. It just looks like a big flying Batwing. But on the back it showed a lot more stuff into it than I thought would ever be in there. So that being said, I'm kind of excited to see how all of those functions are going to be introduced into this as we go. And I hope that's why a lot of people watch these videos, is to learn new techniques or see what appears to be a simple model actually is a more complex model. So it's kind of like a live build review. So what we're building now, it looks like the main cockpit that's in the front center of the Batwing. And we have some Technic bricks, those 2 1x1s with the friction pin holes in it. Those are going to be critical, I think, to the attachment to the rest of the Batwing. So just kind of keep in mind that those parts are there and that they probably play a pretty critical role. So as with all Batman models, it's pretty much black with some very dark gray, and the highlight colors are typically yellow or red. So you see we got some yellow slopes there. On the underside, we're going to put some trans orange pieces. I think this may be more decoration than anything else. Flip it back over. Have some brackets. All right, next step. We're on step number 11. Is that right? Seems like we should be further along than that. We're on page 14. How could this be step 11? Maybe it's step 11 of just this particular part of the build. Yeah. So it looks like when we start a new bag, they start renumbering the steps. So this is step 11 of bag number 2. It's interesting. Never really paid too much attention to the steps. I just turn the pages. Well, I mean, I don't pay attention to the step numbers. I pay attention to the steps. Okay, we have this 2 plates with the clip on the top. A reddish brown plate and a reddish brown grill tile. Quite a few of our bracket pieces right there. These bricks will hold all those brackets together. That frame on there. That. Once again, we have another Technic brick there, so keep that in mind. That may be critical to the connection of the body of the plane. Okay, so we're making 2 of the same little build here. Some headlight bricks, tile, and a trans yellow 1x1 round tile. Couple more headlight bricks. Couple more tiles. Oops. 1 square and 1 round. Alright. 2 of the same pieces. They both go there. Looks good. Now we have 2 corner plates. Lock these 2 in place. Two more brackets. Alright, so dropping pieces here. We have this tile. Turn it over, put 2 of these plates with the little bar piece on it. Trans orange anti-tile. That goes there. So that looks like the back side of a seat. And next up is 2 more tiles. Now these are going to get stickers. We have sticker number 11. That will go there. Sticker number 10 is going to go on the other side. These are going on those 1x2 tiles we just put on. 2 more plates, double wide cheese slope, and 2 more of these square tiles. And our next sticker. Goes there. Now we'll go there. Detailing the inside of this cockpit pretty well. Alright, so we have 2 more stickers, sticker 8 and 9. We're going to go on these 1x3 tiles. So this one right there, and this one is right here. Two more brackets. Some blue plates, which will get covered up so we don't see the blue color. Looks like we're gonna put a couple brackets there. And two more right here. Interesting. Here we have our black ingot pieces. And they have little divots in them. And in one of them, it actually has the Lego print on it. Or it's molded. It says Lego. It's hard to see, but it's there. I guess it's turned this way. There you go. You see them there and there on the top. And I like to line them up whichever way the word is facing. I make sure they're facing the same way on all of them, even though from a distance you probably can't tell. Like, you usually don't have to worry about it with like any other Lego piece because they print them on all of the little studs. But for some reason that tile piece, they only printed on one half of it. Okay, we have some more levers there. Two more tiles. Our next sticker number 13. Definitely using a good amount of stickers in our first part of this build. I was gonna say first bag, but this is actually our second bag of parts. Alright, so that goes there. You can't really tell unless you look under here that blue pieces were even there. They're pretty much covered up now. Alright, so next up is some side panels. We're going to see this part a lot in this set. It's the black little Nexo tile. Curious to see how many we end up with. But judging from the picture on the box, I can see a good amount of them. Have a sloped wedge piece and then another sloped wedge piece with a 1x3 plate on the underside. A few more pieces and then I'll put the stickers on. So we have a 1x1 here. Baby bow shape there. Wedge plate under there. Now we turn it back around. Now we're going to put a good amount of stickers on. Start with sticker number 3. It's kind of like a donut sticker, so there's this center piece that kind of has to come out. Round sticker on a round piece, definitely one of the hardest stickers to put on. Sticker number 18. This is the Black Thunder, that's what they call, or that's what Batman has called it. All of the Batman vehicles, as you know, as we've built them throughout the past year, they all have their names on them. And this wedge sticker goes there. Alright, so with that complete, attach this to the side on all of those brackets. That looks good. It's nice and snugly on there. And we're going to more or less repeat all those steps for the other side. That should be fairly straightforward. Our wedge. Okay, more stickers. Do the hardest one first. Close enough. Black Thunder, this one's actually a little tricky as well. It's real long and narrow. Trying to get it on straight can be tricky at times. And these larger stickers, believe it or not, are actually some of the easier ones to put on. You have more surface area to line it up with. And then that will pop on there. All right, so that completes everything for bag 2. I do have one extra double wide cheese slope that I probably shouldn't have. I could probably thumb back a few pages and see if I missed it somewhere. I don't, oh, I see it. It was on this front piece here. So it covers up that one little spot that we could see the blue. All right, so there we go. So let's go ahead and move on to our third bag of parts right now. All right, we have our bag 3 parts out, ready to go. And there's some pretty big parts in this bag, so while it looks like a lot of stuff, I don't think it's gonna take very long. And I see a good amount of Technic pieces in here as well. So we'll start with some of them right now. We have these Technic Bricks. Put these 3 long friction pins in them. So those go like that. Put one here and one here. Couple bricks. Plate, we got the plate there. Have all those grill tiles right there in the middle. Couple of the baby bow shapes and some tiles. Two brackets and 2 of these long plates. More bricks. We have quite a few bricks kind of around this piece, kind of building up a solid structure. plate with some plates, another plates, 2 tiles. This will go on top of this mass of bricks. And we have even more bricks. We have a black, a gray, and a red. Black, a gray, and a red. Turn this over, and just like the cockpit area, it looks like we're going to have our orange stripe going down the middle. Turn it back around, we have a 2x4, and we have more bricks with Technic Bricks. We have yellow and white. So we're alternating some colors here. I'm gonna guess that's so we can make sure we orient it the correct way. 2 more plates. I'll go there. Knocking bricks off the table. So we have the yellow, blue, and white brick combination again. Couple more plates on both of those. Here's a 2x4 Technic brick with the 3 long friction pin. Next we have this really long Technic brick with 2 of these trans red 1x1 tiles. And some 1x4 tiles. That will go there. And we have more of our Technic bricks. A plate with jumper tiles. Turn this guy around. I'm going to put 3 friction pins on each side of these Technic bricks. I guess it's just 1 Technic brick that goes all the way through. And we have these big Technic hinge pieces. And these will both connect to the friction pins we just put on. And next we have these turntable pieces. These are interesting. They come in 2 parts, this light gray part and then this black part. And you more or less put them interlocked into each other. But you have to push really hard on them to snap them together. This is one of those pieces that it's what I call a snap of no return. Once it's on there, it is on there. There's no way you can put it on wrong. There's only one way it'll go. But it has a pretty good satisfying snap when we push it together. So listen to this. So pretty loud snap. It's on there. We have 2 of them. Here's the other one. So there that one goes, and you can see it turns. Has a little gear all the way around it, and then it also has some Technic pinholes on both the black and the gray side. So on the gray side, we're going to put these red friction pins in here that have the perpendicular, or I guess the inline axle holes. We're not going to push them all the way through just yet. We're just going to push them partially through because we haven't finished this assembly. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide this all the way through like this, and then these pinholes should line up with those bricks that we've been putting on in the previous steps. So then once I push those in, then that is all the way on. And we'll do the same here. Make sure you put the gray part through first, and then line it up and push those red pins in. Sometimes they don't line up too well, but if you give it a little wiggle, then they'll kind of make their way into those holes, and it works out just fine. So we bring our main cockpit area over, and remember we had these red Technic bricks in there, and now we have these blue pins sticking out, and all of that should line up just like that. And we have the front connected to the middle section. Now we're gonna have a couple of plates to kind of line up with everything. Looks like I need to back up a step. Okay, it looks like I forgot to put a plate on right there. So with these reddish brown 2x3s, they're gonna go there. We'll turn this over, and where these two pieces connected, we're gonna overlap this dark gray piece right there. And that interlocks all of that together. All right, so there you go. That completes our third bag, and we're gonna go ahead and stop this portion of the video here. We are officially 1/3 of the way through the set. It's gonna be a fun build. It's gonna be a big build, so I hope you guys stick around to see the rest. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any other parts of this video. If you wanna see more Batman video builds or any other Lego builds, I'm gonna put some links down below, so be sure to check all those out. Come back tomorrow and see part 2, and we will see you then.